Read the paper?
Yeah. And it was on the news. Jax's arrest was the lead story.
He's a prominent businessman. People are interested, you know.
If it weren't for the drugs, it probably wouldn't have been a headliner.
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Okay, I know the hearing was a train wreck. I know that Jax came out looking like a saint.
Not anymore.
I don't want you to think that I don't appreciate what you did.
What's the problem?
Sonny, Jax could go to prison. He's being charged with a felony.
Alexis is a good lawyer. She'll knock it down to a misdemeanor. He'll just get community service or something.
Yeah, that's what Dante thought about Michael, and look what happened to him.
Well, the judge was, look, the judge was trying to send a message. He wanted to put me away, but he couldn't, so he put Michael away. Okay, this is different. Nobody died. Jax would just plead out.
What if that's not an option for him, Sonny?
Let's not forget what he did. He paid the mediator. How many times have you heard stories about celebrities getting caught doing drugs or whatever? They get a slap on the wrist, they send them to rehab, and their careers are much better.
Okay, Jax isn't some celebrity trying to make a name for himself. He's a businessman, and there is something called bad publicity.
What about his brother, who held a hotel full of people hostage, shot Robin, and then blew up the whole building?
Okay, that wasn't Jax. That was his brother Jerry, okay? This is going to ruin Jax's reputation.
He played dirty. You have to understand that, and he lost. Hey. You got your daughter. Isn't that worth it?
Is it going to be worth it if you lose Brenda over this? Brenda are having problems.
Who told you that, Jason?
No one had to tell me I own a hotel. Brenda checked into the Metro Court with Alec and her nanny to a suite for an extended stay. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Because you hate her, and you tried everything you can.
No, I didn't want her to hurt you, okay?
Look, I hurt her all the time. Leave her, at the altar, standing in the rain.
Okay.
You name it, I've
Stop.
done it.
Brenda can't handle your life. She can't. She proved that when she told the judge about your limo getting shot.
She didn't want to lie under oath.
I would have.
Jack should have never put her in that position.
Okay, you know what? I don't expect Brenda to ever do me any favors. Even though I dropped everything, including my daughter, to run off to San Antonio to help you bring her son back. But I would think that your marriage means more to her than her friendship with Jax.
Can we not talk about this right now?
I'm just saying. I know if you and Brenda break up, then you're going to be devastated, and
I'm not going to. I'm not going to lose Brenda because she's just got to cool down.
Okay, this isn't your run-of-the-mill marital squabble, Sonny. This is bad.
Look, every time we go through something like this, we always end up getting back together because we can't work without each other. I'm not gonna lose her because she'll be back. You nervous?
About seeing Jax? Yeah. I feel terrible.
He started this by trying to take away your daughter, and he can't have her now, so...
He wasn't trying to keep her away from me. He said I could visit with her.
You should not have to ask permission to see your daughter. Little girls need their mother. That's why I let Alexis raise Christina, not because I don't love her, but because I didn't want her in the middle. If Jax was a good father, he'd want the same thing.
He's a great father. He is. He adores Jocelyn.
So his problem is with me. You both know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, well, I'm not surprised to see you two together. Are you congratulating each other on a job well done?
No, I'm just here to support the mother of my sons, that's all.
Oh, it's amazing. You give Carly a lot of support, don't you? So you think this is okay? To just ask him to destroy your daughter's father?
You taking his word for it?
Jax doesn't do drugs.
But he pays off a mediator, and he uses his kid to get back at me, right?
So what happened? You couldn't face me like a real man?
No?
You had to go hide behind the skirt hem of the mediator? Get her to plant drugs in my apartment? Bribe her? I always knew you were a coward. Now everyone knows.
Looks like that perfect halo you got has a few dents because of that stunt you pulled last night.
Well, he was framed last night.
Framed? Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. Maybe you were in the hotel room, you got wasted, right? You were feeling good about yourself, so you made a little pass at the mediator. She said no. You got pissed off. You started thrashing the place. And then now you want to shift the blame on somebody else. Am I right?
It's a nice try. You know, but all the planted drugs in the world isn't going to change the fact that you are just a common thug who made a lot of money intimidating people.
Okay, this isn't solving anything.
And you overplayed your hand, Carly. And the judge is going to see this for what it is. A desperate move by a mother who doesn't have a prayer of winning custody.
Mr. Jacks, Mrs. Jacks, you can come in. These proceedings are closed. You'll wait outside, please.
Your Honor, Mrs. Corinthos would like to make a statement about the highly publicized incident in my hotel suite last night.
I won't be hearing testimony today.
Your Honor, I think you might want to hear what she has to say. It's important.
Mrs. Corinthos has already given her testimony. I've considered it, along with all pertinent information, and I'm ready to make my decision, without the benefit of spectators. If you'll wait outside, please.
Wait a minute. What are you going to tell the judge?
I was just gonna tell him that, someone framed Jax.
There's no proof.
You will do anything for that girl, won't you?
The court labels a case high conflict when one or both parties refuses to consider a compromise which would result in shared custody of the minor child. In this case, the conflict came from you, Mr. Jacks.
I wasn't about to compromise the safety of my daughter, but I have absolutely no problem with her mother spending as much time with her as possible.
On your terms.
Well, if you could provide a safe home, then I
My
would have
home
no
wasn't the site
problem.
of a drug bust. Yours was.
Your Honor, I have a private investigator.
I'm not
working
hearing
around the-
testimony today, Mr. Jacks. If I have to remind you again, I will hold you in contempt. Now, the court is predisposed to order shared custody, given that both parents are financially stable and have played a role in the minor child's life since birth. However, there were other factors to be considered. But before we get to my ruling, I'd like to take a moment to commend you, Mrs. Jacks, for demonstrating a consistent willingness to cooperate with the court, as well as Mr. Jacks.
Well, thank you. But I think shared custody is what's best for Jocelyn.
Not if it could get her killed.
You're out of order, Mr. Jacks. Consider that your last warning. Throughout these proceedings, you have made several unsubstantiated claims regarding your daughter's safety while in the care of her mother. The court frowns on hyperbole, Mr. Jacks. We deal in facts. And the facts are, you were found intoxicated and incoherent last night after physically threatening a court-appointed mediator. The police recovered prescription and contraband drugs in your suite, the same suite where the minor child resides with you. It is the finding of this court that you, Mr. Jacks, are the danger to Jocelyn.
After Jake died, I was numb.
What happened?
The judge granted me full custody. I mean, Jax can visit, but only at my discretion.
I told you. It's all going to work out.
Okay, I know. I'm so happy that I have my daughter, but I didn't want it like this. Jax has to pass a drug test before he can see Jocelyn.
What matters is that you won. Okay? Now, listen. You got to deal with Jax. Anytime you deal with him, you're in a position of strength. You holding all the cards, right?
What about you?
What do you mean?
Brenda's not going to be happy that Jax lost custody.
I'll be fine. We'll be fine. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go away.
Carly, I don't want to listen to anything you have to say right now.
I never asked for sole custody.
You didn't have to. You got Sonny to do your dirty work for you. I'm sure that he was more than happy to see me lose everything, wasn't he?
It doesn't have to be like this, Jax.
Well, according to the judge, it does.
I didn't want full custody. And Jocelyn needs both of us in her life. Can we please compromise now?